resources are going to be needed for the redress scheme in general? Is it all kind of the kind of the conversation I've had with God, it's just like PPI complaints really. You've just got to manage a process. So is that the resource, and is there enough of that resource in the market for what is actually a whole sector redress scheme?
So I think there's probably a blend and probably a mixture depending on the quality of the data and the customer base that each firm has. However, for cases following the happy path that are automated essentially cradle to grave and maybe just need some manual input at parts, I think that is a case handler, entry-level case handler, similar to some of the PPI handlers in previous years. And then there will be a need for slightly more complex cases where you're going to need more experienced case handlers. And in terms of the demand for it, obviously this scheme is going live at the same time. All motor finance firms will be competing for the same resource. So there probably will be a drive to get those resources available as soon as possible.
Right, thanks for that, Mike. Let's have a look at if we've got any questions. So we've got one here, which is, why do you think a tech solution is so important? Could we use a simple approach like spreadsheets? I guess probably one for you, Mike.
Yeah. So I think the main point around this is auditability.
That's easy for you to say, Mike.
And control and process management. So a lot of the firms that we talk to and that are involved in the scheme will have large books of customers, 50,000 and upwards, and trying to maintain control through a workflow tool is going to be critical. It allows you to report accurately on every stage of the process, track your customer base, but also has advanced capabilities such as extracting data from complaint letters, automating customer correspondence, picking out key elements to ensure that they're diverted to the right team. So if vulnerability is identified, that's not just going to carry on down the same journey and that's missed. Enable some payment verification processes through portals. So all of those elements we believe is the most suitable way to have control of the program and deliver it cost effectively.
Right, that's good. Hopefully that's answered the question. I think the answer, could you use spreadsheets? Yes. I don't think I'd want to. It sounds like there's far too many things that could go wrong if you wanted to use spreadsheets on that. Right, so I'm gonna try to summarise the key call-outs from today, and all the useful stuff that Mike has given us. So firstly, I think failing to prepare early will result in great difficulty hitting the FCA timelines, which, given it's a whole industry scheme and they're talking about kind of 3 months to get first contact, 6 months if it's a kind of non-complainant at the start, and then 3 months to get payments out, and that just feels really tight for a very large industry, all trying to do things at the same time. There is going to be significant requirement for customer contact through the opt-in, opt-out processes and the need to trace the customer base. So you have to make sure you're kind of prepared and resourced up for that. You should expect a surge of new complaints that need to be dealt with promptly, given the consumer advice from Martin Lewis, and due to the prioritisation of those who complain before the scheme starts, and the SLAs on redressing them, there are going to be quite a lot of people who want to get into that queue now. And as Mike said, kind of utilising automation and kind of AI-powered technology is going to be essential to deliver accurate, fast and cost-effective outcomes at scale. Resourcing. I'll go a bit further than Mike. I think resource is going to become scarce. I think certainly the higher level, more experienced resources, there's only so much in the market and everybody's going to want some of them. So securing your project teams to run the redress scheme, be that an internal project or via an external provider, is definitely the best way to ensure you don't miss out. And obviously the other thing with scarcity is price. Price will start to rise as the demand matches it. And then the letter to firm is clear that preparation must begin now and not wait for the scheme to start or the consultation to be finalised. There's definitely a danger of, if you wait until the end of November before you start, A, it will result in a huge amount of stress, and B, a lot of the things that you want to utilise will be utilised by other people. Now, here at TCC Group, we've been working toward this announcement for over 18 months, and we want to help. So whether it's specialist workflow technology that you want, some resources to provide capacity to handle what's certainly going to be more than your BAU team can manage, or a full tech-enabled project team to manage the redress project end-to-end, we've got all the bases covered. And as such, there are two offers that I want to make to this audience. Firstly, if you're thinking about doing this with spreadsheets, or if you're actively shopping for technology solutions, then you should definitely get a demo of our workflow solution. And secondly, the combination of regulatory consultants, experienced managed service operators, tech specialists, and a resource team with a pool of over 30,000 FTE to call from makes us the ideal partner to work with to help define and validate your plans. So we're also offering a free half-day workshop with our experts to get to the bottom of exactly what you need to do. There's a QR code in the corner there. If you, we will leave this on the screen for a little while. But we're absolutely kind of keen to get involved, and I'm sure there's lots of other organisations clamouring to have conversations with you. We really know what we're doing. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for your engagement in the polls and for coming on the webinar today, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.